So what would you say is a success story that you could share with us today where your organization, either Courtside Connection or CYP Foundation, where it produced change or empowerment? Has there been like one story with an individual, either someone in the youth or an adult, that truly inspired you, was like, this is why I do what I do?
Yes.
Oh, see, I see that twinkle in your eye.
Because it's all about helping individuals and providing resources. So for Courtside Connection, a good friend of ours needed credit repair assistance, had a lot of derogatory marks, delinquencies, a lot of just negative items for different reasons. Mm-hmm. And it was amazing because he really reached out for credit consultation at first. And through the experience partnering with Platinum Credit Community, we've probably removed over 10 plus items that were negative items that was affecting his credit score, wow, which was in a total of around $100,000 in collected debt. So there's one impactful story to where credit was able to, that consultation was able to fix their situation. So now they can move forward in their financial, I guess, next level and what they're looking to do. That's very powerful to me, because when people reach out, I may not be able to do it personally, but I may know somebody, and just to have that success story. So now that they're able to look forward to buying a home, as an example, to me, that's powerful, because now we're helping our people get into homes. Yes. From CYP Foundation, I smiled as well, because last year I've spoken to a group of fourth graders. And one thing I like to do is, CYP stands for Create Your Path or Choose Your Perspective. So you might see me with a lot of CYP gear or CYP gear. And it's really meant to encourage people to think and take things to the next level. And when I went to talk to these students, I was telling them that I'm a builder. Didn't say I was in real estate. Didn't say I was doing this. I just said I'm a builder. And I gauged the feedback from the students. What does a builder mean to them? And many thought was from a construction aspect, but I also talked about character development, building people, building communities, and how all of that is a well-rounded approach. And the biggest takeaway is, after each, I guess, engagement with the students, I asked a few students just to share who they are, what grade they're in, and what's a takeaway. And the reason why I do that is unprompted, but I want to make sure that there was some type of message that I was able to relate to them that they can regurgitate themselves. Yes. And one of the students, and I have it posted, I'll have to send it to you later, she killed it. I mean, she killed it first try, wasn't camera shy. She said her name. She talked about the importance of being her best self every day. And that was her takeaway from my experience with her classroom. And for her to just, speak with that much confidence and truth, it just, gave me a great perspective of remaining humble, but remaining intentional to really plant seeds. So those were, few of many positive takeaways from both Courtside Connection and CYP Foundation.
I love that. Yep. And you mentioned earlier that you also collaborate with corporations and other organizations. What kind of other organizations or corporations do you like to collaborate with? And what do those collaborations typically look like for you?
Yep. So before any collaboration, we have to be like-minded, meaning what's the common goal? What's the goal? We won't just partner with you just to say we partner with you. We will have to really have a common theme. So when we threw our first Courtside event, our first one, and that's when we really took the idea and really lived out the concept, was we invited Truist Bank out. We've invited Under Armour was a sponsor. We had opportunity to have Stateside Vodka be a sponsor. Choose Your Perspective, a family cola brand, had to be a sponsor. But then we also had This Is Good Water, which is a veterans-owned, African-American-owned water company. Nice. And each company represented something different on behalf of Courtside Connection. So Under Armour is really the athletics apparel, which we had great relationships at that time with. Truist Bank was a banking partner. So we actually, individuals that owned a business, that are looking to get homes, that need to talk to the actual banker, we provided that resource for them free of charge, just coming out to the event to experience not only basketball, but any type of banking products you may need and get those questions answered. Choose Your Perspective was a family merchandise to where we want to make sure we send out those positive messages and empowering. And then for hydration, we had This Is Good Water. So as people are playing, whether it's basketball, pickleball, volleyball, you name it, hydration is a big part of it. So having This Is Good Water partner with us, that was great as well. So it's not really about the name. is really about who you are as, with your brand and your intentions behind it. Then once we identify those common threads, then we talk about, moving forward on what those partnerships look like.
Yes, a man with a plan and intention. I'm here for it.
Yep.
Now I'm curious because obviously doing anything that involves the community, that means you have to get participation and engagement. It's not no easy feat.
Yep.
So what would you say is one challenge in particular that you faced when you were building CYP Foundation and Courtside Connections, and how did you overcome that?
Yep. So the first one, I'm going to go with CYP Foundation. So the challenge for me was a personal challenge, it's confidence. Getting out to the space I was already connecting with students for almost 2 decades now.
Wow.
But to take ownership of a foundation, to then want to start to build that out, I know it takes a lot of time, effort, and energy and sweat equity that, you just got to trust God and take the leap of faith.
Yeah.
So for me, that was I wouldn't say a challenge. It was, I would say, area opportunity. When I don't really see challenges, I always say, what's the area opportunity? Just to shift my perspective on it. So, and I knew that was a personal, internal thing. So, as we still build with CYP Foundation, the engagement activities still there, still turning that motion into momentum. So now it's all about just, we always say, chopping wood, carrying water, and keep growing and keep building. With Courtside Connection, it's understanding our audience, understanding that there are individuals who strictly just want to play basketball. And there's nothing wrong with that. And there's other individuals that want to really connect and resource. There's nothing wrong with that. From a Courtside Connection standpoint, is understanding everyone's schedule, everyone's, ideal of what they think Courtside is, educate them, connect them, whether it is through our connection events or it's just Courtside. Regardless, it doesn't matter. We just want to make sure that we have the resources for it. So if you want to play basketball, we want to make sure we had a gym for you. If you want to really connect, depending on what circumstances and opportunities you're looking for, then we'll make sure we really connect you there as well. So I look at that as an opportunity because everyone is a new client, is a new person with a new story. So you can't fit everybody's needs. So that's not a challenge, but that's one thing we've identified. So we got more targeted and say, this is who we are. This is what we're offering. This is how we can help.
Know your audience. Okay. I could dig it. So with challenges also comes success. So what would you say is the most fulfilling thing about your organizations? What do you love the most about this journey so far?
Is lifelong. No matter what the title is, no matter what the brand is. It was just first start off as Kenneth Murphy before any type of organization. And I always say it was just doing the Lord's work, serving people. And then as we've gotten older and understanding that from a financial perspective, African Americans were low on the totem pole in so many different elements. How can I now serve the people with resources? Well, being able to study and learn and continue to grow from a business acumen standpoint, how can I then take this information and then filter it out and put it into a medium for our people to connect with? So to me, that's the real, tug and pull with that success. But I look at that as something that's lifelong because no matter who we are, there's always going to be something that we may need and we might, should have the resources for them.
Absolutely.